Alright everybody, so this episode is going to have a lot of cuts in it because I get really lost. I just wanted to go ahead and tell you these guys up front so you understand why there's a lot of jumping around in the story. I'm going to try and keep it as in order as possible, but I got really lost and went doubled back a lot. So this is me after I've actually already beaten the game and going back and editing this stuff. So take it away, me in the past, future of this video, something, I don't know which. Welcome back, this is Jack, we're loading in. So where we last left off, we had met Agrippa, I believe. I probably just went back the way I came, but we met Agrippa. He was basically strung up and basically a husk of a man, and he told us how to get to the next area was by reassembling another orb. I don't remember how many pieces there was. I want to say I've been,
These cells are meant to hold prisoners who are under treatment. The people you send for will end up here. Remember that the confinement itself works as a preamble to the torture, and you should pace yourself. Don't take anyone before they are ready.
Understood.
Sounds from the torture chambers are shuttled in through those pipes in the ceiling. Manage your victims well, and let one prisoner's pain instill terror in his cellmate.
Alright, this guy's horrible and all, but that's actually pretty effing brilliant. Alright. So we're gonna be looking for a potion, I'm gonna call it, or a tonic, that is supposed to help free Agrippa from his prison in some way. I really think I've been here already. I'm gonna go back the other way. And as always, if I'm actually supposed to be this way, then you'll see me circle back real quick. I still want to know what that slab of meat's for. So that's what we found that Agrippa gentleman. And we know that we need to get to the X area. We need to open it, use the orb. Now I'm pretty sure, I got a feeling that I am not required to help Agrippa. And because I'm not required, that makes it feel like it's part of a an alternate ending. So I'm gonna see if I can help him. Alright, let's see what's through here. Won't budge, okay. So this has got to be the deepest region of the Citadel.
Just a little further.
It's like Orpheus descending into the underworld.
Are you hiding something?
What do you mean?
Never mind. Your intuition is remarkable.
I'm not sure I'm following.
It doesn't matter. It's just a myth after all.
Unfortunately, I don't remember the myth of Orpheus. I believe that's Greek mythology. He went down to go get his wife. Hades said, yeah, sure, why the hell not? Just don't look back. And then his wife does look back and gets sucked back down to hell. I think that's it. Now, I'm pretty sure this is the orb chamber they were talking about. You can't proceed without an orb. So I can't cross through there without one. Alright, so we know we can't go this way. Yeah, look, yes, I understand the graphics are early 2000s. Or 2010, sorry. Not the best graphics in the world, but this legitimately looks beautiful. Like, just like the shading and everything. I really love this, actually. I'm not horrified right now, and I haven't had a reason to get scared yet. It is confirmed though that when I do the next Amnesia games, a machine made for pigs, I will have a heart rate monitor for it. See if I can get it to work. All is lost. I must once again start over. Ever since I recovered the orb first found by Agrippa, I have depended on it for my research. The incident with Wilhelm made me most impetuous. Fearing a paucity for prisoners, I proceeded with the final ritual without proper foresight. The orb cracked and fell into 6 pieces. I've tried everything, but have yet to mend the thing. Unless I could think of a way to piece it together, I will have to find another. There is still life in the pieces. Even if the orb isn't restored, I might be able to salvage some of its power for some other purpose. Centuries have passed in vain, and I begin to wonder if I will ever be able to see my love again. How much longer can I sustain my life? How old is he? Like, they're really pushing on the idea that he's not human. Like, I don't think he's human. Like, I'm gonna go ahead and say it at this point. Like, I was suspecting it because he's like telepathically talking to me at a couple points. Now he's just straight up like, he sounds otherworldly. Now, what kind of otherworldly? No idea. Like, he almost sounds like he's coming from like an alien dimension that's more advanced or something, because he was talking about like the Traveler's Locket is what he called it, and how the version he's used to is like small and has a lot of finesse to it, whereas here he's like, oh hey, it's got to be this huge complicated thing because they just don't have the technology. I found more oil, which I'm doing a lot better about not wasting my oil, he says optimistically. And I've got like 2 spares and I'm almost full as it is. Sorry, I had a bit of a hangnail on my thumb and it was catching on my mouse pad. It's actually driving me a little annoyed. So, alright. So we're still looking for... officially, I'm looking for just the orbs. Unofficially, I am also looking for what Agrippa needed. Now, I'm pretty sure the orbs are actually back in the room before, because they were being used for torture, driving people insane. Or the pieces to the orb, that is. Because as far as we can tell, Daniel's the only one to succeed in reassembling one. Alexander, who is very smart, is unable to...
1839. Banishment ritual is taking longer than expected, and we have to do what is needed. I spend my time helping out the prisoners. Being around these degenerates makes me ill. None of them even tries to face their punishment with any kind of dignity. They taunt me with their lies of innocence and their cowardly pleas of mercy. What can make a man fall so far from the grace of a civilized existence? They are all wicked men, and I remind myself of it constantly. Still, I am thankful for God sending these monsters our way, as they will serve as the instruments of my salvation. I try to study the different tools in the torture chamber and learn how to use them effectively. Last time was messy, and the effect suffered from my inexperience. When the next warding is to be performed, I shall be ready.
So, it looks like old Charles, before he, oh, bucket of tar. Oh, he used tar last time to assemble one, so, cool. I'll probably have to heat it up somewhere. But anyway, I don't like this. Won't budge. Cool, it means I can't go that way. Actually, do I have anything in my inventory that might... I never use this. Either it's something that's still coming or I'm not using it at all. So I'm gonna make a guess that I have to go back to the previous area to go find all the pieces, and this is where I would assemble it, because this looks like a workshop. But anyway, looks like he fell right into doing the torture and stuff, learning to extract vitae we found back up in the study, which life energy and stuff. And at the time he's sitting here thinking, oh, these are just a bunch of criminals I'm doing this to, no big...
Is this guilt I'm witnessing, Daniel? If so, blame yourself. You started this. You sent me that letter asking for help, and this is how you repay me? How dare you?
So he was under the illusion that everybody contained here was just a bunch of criminals, murderers, rapists, whatever. But I was looking back at one of the recordings, you know, the little girl who ran from her cell, he killed her. There is no way you can convince yourself that girl was a murderer of some kind. And so if I had to guess, I would say that's the snapping point for him when he... that might be one of the last things that happened to him before he takes the amnesia potion. I would have to guess, because if like all of his mind had been built up on the idea that he is doing the right thing, that these are all a bunch of criminals who've already given up their life in one way or another because of their horrendous deeds. Okay, I'm going to assume the prison cells themselves don't have it. I need to find more.
Find her!
Yeah, see, this is the girl. That's got to be the
How
girl.
are things coming? I'm Heinrich Cornelius Agrippa. I was once quite important, you know. Baron Alexander has sustained my soul in this dead husk for years. Who knows how many? Hundreds, I presume.
So once again, they're talking about torture, and Agrippa's been maintained alive for hundreds of years.
Alexander is quite impressive in many ways, but he has grown impatient.
Okay. Now, can I... Laboratory. I want to get in here, but it just seems I can't. Not directly. There might be another way in. Because I kind of just ran through this area. I didn't really explore it that much. Oh, good. Some more tinder boxes. There's plenty of place down here for me to hide if I have to. I need to go back to... Let me light that since I just got two of those. There, that'll help. Once again, I'm trying not to use my torch up too much. Because, yes, I do have the 2 refills right there. But we've seen me go to places where you absolutely need it, and then I'm out of oil. So how's my sanity? Slight headache. Okay, so I've been improving slightly. I would just fall down if I were to go that way, if it let me. I never found out if me turning it off and on rapidly actually lowered it. I never really experimented to find out, and it probably would have been a good idea to do so. Alright. I don't like this. Okay, nothing in here. This seems like a little branch off room I can run and hide to if I have to. I don't like the fact that there's a well right there. Tinderbox. Oh, I came up from the well, that's right. Because I came from the sewers before this. So I actually took a couple-day break before resuming. Mostly because I tried to stream when it's dark out. Oh, I recorded this when it's dark out? Yeah, there wasn't much in there. Alright, something's wrong with the machine. Let me flip this one. Nothing. Alright, let's see what this says.
9th of August, 1839. I can't stop sweating and shaking. The warding ritual was not something of a sane mind. I did not even realize the dungeon was still in use. Alexander had his servants bring one of the prisoners, a murderer, he told me. Alexander made all the arrangements, but he said I had to perform the ritual in order to have the right effect. The shadow could be led astray by the blood of another. Killing the man would provide us precious time. What else could I do? Alexander said it had to be done. He is saving my life. I don't have the luxury of argument.
So this is at the point where he's still trying, that one apparently was written when he was still trying to justify his torture and behavior. Alright, so the machine's broken. I gotta find where it's broken at. Let me go ahead and light that, because I've been collecting a lot of those.
I was my pupil. My pupil. Yes, I do take pride in that. Is it so wrong? I found the Mithraean plants. Plant which had not been planted. Do you know Mithraean? I suppose it doesn't matter.
I think I may have found something.
Building temples out of caverns. The dark world's being the universe. And inside are its followers. Human, watching the sky slowly turn. But the followers do have one thing to allow them a real sense of connection.
I kind of stopped listening to what he's saying.
The orbs.
I do have...
Not many orbs are left. They sometimes consume themselves or break when used by an uninitiated. I was lucky.
Is that it?
Spared my
Okay.
and returned to where I found it. I know because Alexander took it and brought it to Brandenburg.
All right. So we read we read his journal earlier about finding one of the orbs, and then I think he's the one that had the fisherman killed by accident, and Alexander took it from him, and the beast that was chasing him spared him. All right. I think I fixed the machine. So if not, we'll be right back. But in the meantime, I'm gonna hopefully be able to get right back to where the machine switches are. I keep getting hung up on steps.
Who are you to question me?
That's new. That's a new noise. I have a feeling those chains aren't just hanging there for no reason. There we go. So I did something. The what, I don't know yet. We'll find out in a minute. I'm now even more aware of what's going on because now that I've done something, something can happen.
Daniel, you have gone too far. I have to stop you. I can't let you proceed any further. I'm sorry, my friend.
Either he's controlling the shadow or he's controlling the ghouls. I have a feeling he's more the one controlling the ghoul things. Because the Daniel at one point has mentioned in one of his letters about the people who work here not looking normal. How's my sanity? Okay. Alright.
Daniel, good to see you. You got the doors open? Good going.
Okay, so that's what I've been trying to do is get those doors open. So yeah, there's gonna be a lot of cut. So there's probably been a lot of cuts. I don't know how much I cut because this is all I'm still recording, and I've been trying to find how to do this. I couldn't figure out how to open those doors, nor could I open the machine, turn on the machine. Can I climb down that rope? It did. Alright. Let me recall the rope now. I don't like the noises I'm hearing. It's like a weird game of fishing. Alright, I'm just gonna leave it down. Transept. Okay, we're going to a place called the Transept now. I don't like walking through the center of a room, especially with all the cages hanging up.
How much more, Baron? How much more am I supposed to withstand? Kill me already! Kill me!
This one, prepare him.
Alright, so there's a staircase up, and it looks like 3 doors down below. Do I have any? I have 1 box of lights. Okay. I'm going to be in the dark for a little bit. We're getting a flashback. The kidnapper sat on her knees with her hands tied side behind her back. She felt her hands being lifted and her body followed. Her shoulder gave way to the weight of her own body and crackling out. The suspended woman cried hysterically as the men contemplated their next step. They shackled her and then lifted her. Yeah, just seeing that messed with my sanity. had a feeling I shouldn't be out in the open. I found one of the orbs. So we have one orb piece. As far as I know of, I'm going to say 3, because 3 is always the number. Well, sometimes it's 6, though, so. I'm going to have to use my torch more than I want to. Just because of my sanity. Which I don't know why I'm that concerned. Alright. 4. No, 3 doors. Plus 1 up. Which we don't know where that goes. So I'm going to say each door is probably going to have 1 orb based on how this game's been previously. I know I'm kind of metagaming this.
Let me go, you brute!
The cradle is ready.
Good.
You're a man. How can you partake in this?
Is he all right?
He is one of the wicked. Don't pay his lies any attention.
I'm not a bad man. It was an accident.
He set a man on fire.
It wasn't my fault. Why won't anyone listen?
That's horrible.
Of course. We are dealing with monsters here.
That's right. Okay.
Please, do anything. Whatever you want. Anything. Do anything. I'm innocent.
So it looks like, yeah, like Daniel tortured these people who were actually innocent, and the realization that they actually were innocent is what snapped him, and and that's why he drank the amnesia potion. Now the question is him getting his memories back going to be an issue? And is the amnesia potion permanent, or is it supposed to be a temporary thing? Because when at the beginning of the game, I assumed the amnesia potion was meant to abate what we later would call the shadow, but it actually sounds like it's more his own guilt. So many people are still being tortured right now, or... The rapist hung upside down, his tears soiled with blood flooding from his belly. The saw between his legs had lodged itself into his hip and wouldn't move any further. The men stepped back and waited for the victim to drain. The blood needs a vessel. Do I have anything for it? I have the bucket of tar, but... Oh wait, hang on. I have the glass jar. Find a way to lower the vessel container for the jar. What are you? My sanity is really hurting right now. Yeah, it's just down to ... Oh, found the orb. That's what I was looking for. This is the bandsaw they were using. I don't know what the point of the blood is. Hang on. I want to see what this was saying again. The blood cannot be reached. Find a way to lower the vessel to collect the blood. Alright, so there's got to be something else. Can I... Won't stay together? Okay, how about... Okay, I need a more appropriate workspace. Okay, so that's probably where I found it. It's where it's going to be. I see how I would do it, but I can't use the rope, for instance. Wait, hang on. What's this? Yeah, it won't let me do it that way. Alright. I'm just wasting time at this point. Alright, so I found 3 orbs. And as far as I can tell, that's the number. We don't know how many pieces the orb broke into. What are you? Oh, it's a thing I can light. And I have 4 of those now? That's good. About halfway full with oil. I'm going to go back to not using that. My sanity probably... Oh, I'm back to crystal clear. I wonder why. Just kind of watching what the house is doing. Now, this is obviously going to be a long one. I do apologize. Because I'm finding the orbs, but I'm not finding what Agrippa needed. I kind of want to find it. Because it looks like it leads right back into the actual house itself. Or just a place that's more comfortable than the others. Alright, here's a tinderbox. What are you? Oh, string. Okay, well then I will go collect that blood. What's this? Notes on torture. There are a few things to be said about torture. I had figured that the reaction I would get from the victims would be highly individual. Thankfully, that is not the case. The humans all have a similar approach to dealing with physical pain and the terror anticipation. I cannot stress enough the importance of restraining the victims before proceeding. Even the most timid creatures can break out in fits of violence where their strength exceeds their expected prowess. If proper care has been put into breaking the victim, this should not be a problem, but it will also hinder the effect I am after. The right steps to take are therefore to restrain while the victim is still dazed, proceed by presenting the form of torture you are about to apply, and then continue with the actual act. The point of the person is to infuse terror. The human mind is extremely efficient, as it will trigger itself into greater fear simply by imagining. While applying pain, make sure to avoid massive damage. It will prove ineffective, and the process can be sustained. Also apply the pain in doses. If possible, breaks to let the body settle. If you are whipping or cutting the victim, strike once, wait for the pain to subside, then strike again. As long as the body suffers, it will continue to produce the vitae and saturate the blood with properties. Only with careful performance will the victim yield maximum effect. If the victim doesn't behave as expected, it is likely they will be for naught. Before this happens, feed them the amnesia drink and try again later. So they were torturing them, making them forget, and then torturing them again, all for the extraction of vitae. Now remember, Charles talked about having started with animals at one point. Ooh, what are you? Is it you, my love, I miss the most, or is it perhaps myself? I know what I have become. I am not blind. I am a monster to them, a demonic sultan perched on a dark mountaintop. There is little I can do to redeem myself. The Black Eagle fears me after Napoleon's defeat. It is only a matter of time before they demand my head on a platter. I must remove myself from this land. This time it must work. If I cannot return home now, I shall perish. So that's got to be like Alexander's diary. Ooh, yeah, oil. I need that. Those things have to be Alexander's diary, for lack of a better description. That looks like it can be moved. No? Alright. But I have that string now, so I can, in theory, get the blood. Just checking to see if there's anything back here. So I'm going to go back and see if I can go get... let me see if it'll combine. It did. Unfortunately, I don't remember which door I went in to find that, so I'm going to assume it was this one. No. Because that's the way I came in. So it's got to be this one. I actually don't remember, so there'll probably be a cut. Yeah, I'm not a fan of this. Oh, it looks like I guessed right. Yay. Don't know if that's a good thing, but hey, I guessed right. Now, what benefit that blood gives me, I don't know. Hang on. Nope. Alright. Cool. Class jar of blood. So, to my understanding, that tortured blood is magic in its own properties. It is vitae. So, that has probably to do with something with the Agrippa thing. What? I have no idea. Because I haven't found any notes or anything. Mind you, there was another door on the opposite side that I could have taken. And I still don't know how many actual pieces of orb there are. I've been assuming 3, purely because 3 seems to be the magic number this game likes to use. Okay, we're going back to the nave. Which the nave feels like it's one of those central places where nothing bothers you. It can get distorted and weird, but that's about it. I'm gonna regret this part. Oh, I think I know what it is. I think I know what I gotta do. Hang on. This is just a bad idea. Hang on. Oh, so it's letting me. Cool. So it looks like I'm doing it right. Hang on. I don't know what this is gonna do for me. I'm just kind of winging it here. Looks like I fed something. Alright. So unless there's more food I have to give it, that looks like it was... I'm gonna call it a waste. But that's because I don't know better yet.
How are things coming? You seem to have found all the orb pieces used in the transfer. Go to the choir.
So there's gotta be 6. I'm gonna see if I can do something with this. Cannot be used this way. Okay. Let's see what the journal just updated with. The pedestal in the chest has a depression that could fit an orb. A grip of the diamond seeks a note written by a man named Johann Weir. Alright, so most of the things are, hey, find all the pieces to the orb. Which would be this one. This is the direction I didn't go. Let's go ahead and light that up. Alright, how much oil do I have? Let's go ahead and toss this oil into the lantern. See what's in here. So I'm gonna make you guys laugh. Whoever watching this. My roommate just scared me more than the actual game itself just now, just because of the sudden noises. Oh, here we go. Agrippa channels Ware. Ware taunts me from the other side. I trust him with my true reason for my effort, and he still insists on me releasing Agrippa. How an enlightened man can show such a lack of compassion and a seat of power disgusts me. I cannot bring myself to part from Agrippa, as he is, and he's been my century's only link to the worlds beyond. Where claims he tries his best to release me from my banishment, but that he needs me to give him Agrippa first so he too can help. If he can guarantee success, I would happily oblige, but how am I to part from him if my return might be denied? I know what they are capable of. I've seen their deception. Optimism is the most hopeless feeling, but I must retain it. I shall feel prepared for his release. To release Agrippa without killing him, we were told me to feed him a tonic made from a paralyzer, vitae, and tempter. Okay, I need a paralyzer. The poisonous fungi should work as a paralyzer. I find the internal gland from the large specimen. The seems to be a fertile ground of sort. I should be able to extract its content with the proper tools. Probably the chisel and pick. Chisel and hammer. The vitae, I already got the blood. Tempter, on the other hand, I don't think it exists in this world. Simply writing the words with these letters look wrong. I believe it's the property of a secretion in the water-dwelling Karnark. I will have to address Ware with this, as he will supply me with a host. Also, a properly prepared well should suffice to contain it. Okay, so the thing I fed is actually... I may have been able to collect the bone, actually, now that I think of it. So I might have to go back and go check. Which, after I check this desk, I put that out. Actually, hang on. Come here. I'm trying to light you. There we go. Oh, another one of the little memory things. In court, the Order of the Black Eagle spew their politics at each other while I sit quietly in place, willfully forgotten. Once in a while, someone will notice me and lose themselves in a silent cower before regaining their senses. They all know I am the one and the same Alexander who helped their fathers and grandfathers to found this great order. I've seen them take their fathers' places, and they too will grow old and pass away, while I remain the same, aged not by time, but by anguish. Oh, sorry, wrong button. So, he is stupidly old. And he's been kind of manipulating things in, I'm going to say France, for a long time. Alright, so there's going to be a slight cut here as I run to go check, it looks like the core is going to be quite big. Check to see if I can go grab that bone real fast. Because if I can grab that bone, then that's what I need to free Agrippa. So I'll be right back.
Was there something else? Incredible. Nothing else. Violet.
Okay, so we're loading into the choir, and yes, apparently I was supposed to pick back up the bone. It wasn't me messing up on the timing or something. That's what I was thinking. And it's now covered in some form of mucus, which I'm imagining is what I need. So there's one last thing I'm going to need, and it's probably going to be in this area, and then we'll be able to hopefully help Agrippa. I might refrain from picking up the last orb until after I've helped Agrippa, because I have a feeling that this is a you better do it, better do this first, otherwise you're not going to get another chance kind of moment. But I'm starting to really understand the reason Charles felt he had to wipe his own memory. I mean, look at some of the stuff he did.
15th of August, 1839. The blood wards are failing. The shadow beckons, and its cry disarms my actions. Hurry. No time to spare. You have to kill another. Alexander produces a knife. He wants me to cut the flesh. Do it. Save yourself. He is a murderer, Daniel. He is evil. A cold-blooded killer. Hurry.
Oh, there's the knife that he wants me to do it with. Of course it's a curse. It's always a curse dagger.
You
Curse.
must let me be. I have to concentrate. Take the man, cut the lines, cut the flesh, watch the blood spill, let it come.
So this is a memory.
I didn't do anything. Paint the man, cut the lines. Paint the man, cut the lines.
Charles lost it. Damn.
Now you see. I did well. One life for another. You hear me, guardian of the orb? I did all this for you. Now, once more, withdraw your shadow from my domain.
That door just opened. And I'm still in memory mode. So I can't pull out my torch. Okay.
Alexander, there isn't much time. I can feel it. We must act swiftly. I will do whatever it takes.
Alright, so I do want to raise this question. Like, it's kind of, I've been kind of... He wasn't there before. Hell, most of these weren't lit before. So I want to raise this question. Should Charles survive? Like, if I'm given a choice, like, hey, let Charles survive after everything he's done before the amnesia potion. Because he still did all this stuff. Even if he succeeds in killing Alexander and stopping whatever Alexander's doing, he is still the man who helped him.
Attentions, Daniel. Salvation. It used to be yours, but now you only seek misplaced revenge. How do you justify your violence? Is it for the greater good? Are you doing the world a service? It is you who caused all this pain and death. If you had accepted your fate and submitted to the orb when you first discovered it, none of this would have happened. It is curiosity in league with your selfishness that is killing us both.
Yeah, I kind of wish I had a heart rate monitor on right now because I am terrified. I can't see anything and I'm afraid to actually turn on my torch. And this feels like a boss fight. Like if this was like a Doom game, this is an arena where you'd be like running in circles around the boss shooting it. once again, my key light makes this game actually rather difficult to focus on because it messes with my perception. Good news, bad news situation is I should be getting another key light soonish, which will help the green screen effect so you don't have like the weird distortion that's over my right shoulder. My right shoulder. Alright, things are starting to actually look different because I'm not even losing sanity walking here. Has like him getting not his memories back, but knowing what the hell's going on. Has that made him more resilient too? That would actually be an interesting mechanic for a game like this, where your character starts out with the amnesia. Tissue is soft, should be easy to break open. Let's give this a try. Oh, there we go. Cool, I have the poison gland. Now, I doubt I can just mix it. Let's give it a try. Purified first. Oh, alright. I think right next to Agrippa is the thing I'm supposed to do it at. There's a cow. Oh, that's not a cow. Oh my god. That's a golden bull. Or golden ox, sorry. The trader didn't know what to think of the brass bull, sorry, as he was forced to enter it. Only when the heat of the fire began to scorch his skin and cook his flesh did he realize it was to be his tomb. His screams of pain echoed inside the brass chamber and traveled through the complex instruments, which was the bull's head. Outside, the men could hear the brazen bull bellow. It's horrifying. So that whole thing is made of brass. And basically what happens is they put a person in that. Piece of the orb, okay. They put a person in that and then light a fire underneath it. You melt. Maybe not literally melt. Alright, I'm going to try and actually go back to Agrippa. So unless, if something happens, then I'll cut back in. I'm trying not to let you guys, just see me wandering in the dark. Because I'm trying not to turn on my lantern, because I have a feeling something's here. And not to mention, it doesn't seem to be helping that much. This place just seems like it's in a perpetual weird level of darkness. And something is here. I hear it. That's a ledge. Which actually works. There he is. Nope, there he is. He one-shotted me. I tried to run, but it wouldn't let me. Oh, don't run. Why don't run? Is that one like a motion-sensitive one? Like, hey, just stop? I don't know. Let's see where it puts me. Alright. Okay, I'm back to roughly where it was. Okay. But yeah, once again, I'm going to try and get to Agrippa, and if I accidentally stumble into the right place or whatever, you'll see. Alright. So, I was unable to do anything with Agrippa and the tonic stuff that I got. I think I have to find all the orb pieces before I get a chance. Like, something opens up or I find a new area or something. I don't know. So, right now I can't do anything. And that's an Iron Maiden, which is actually not a real torture thing. Jesus Christ. Didn't stop it from scaring me. God damn. Oh, cool. I'm getting a flashback. The forger stood absolutely still. The cask had been made closed, but a faint light made its way inside. A myriad of specks pointed at him, glistening as they waited for his body to slip just for a moment. His knee jerked and he felt blood trickle down his leg. In pain, his head fell slightly forward. It took him a while to realize his eye had been ruptured and begun to leak. Not actually what the story of what those things did, but okay. The idea of what an Iron Maiden was supposed to do was not make you stand perfectly still, but it would stab you in such a way that none of your important organs were hit, so it wouldn't kill you, but you'd be punctured. Once again, that's just the story. Iron Maidens weren't a real torture device. At least that's what I've read. Alright. I'm assuming there's no more in there. Let's see if that noise returns. So if it does, then I'm going to assume there might be some... Yeah, there's something else in here, then. Unless just me being near this thing is messing with my head. Which it could fit. Alright. I'm gonna guess no, then. Alright. Get out of here. Let's see, am I down to ... No, not yet. Alright. How's my health, actually? I haven't checked that in a little bit. A few cuts and bruises. I have a lot of laudanum, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Now, should I be full? All is good. Alright. Alright, so I think I found the room. It is like the one room I don't recognize, haven't lit a torch to mark it, and it was like in a weird little offset.
The wheel is good for keeping your victims still during the procedure. They can be bound around the circumference or simply stretched across, tying limbs to the spokes and rim. All tools are by this point useful, and you may administer the torture in any way you like. But the forte of the wheel is the gaps. When you have decided that the victim shall die, you can smash their limbs with a hammer, making them fold in between the frame.
But they'll die. Too quickly, I mean.
No, don't worry. The human body is much more resilient. They can survive for days until they finally succumb.
So once again, I'm under the wondering if Charles should be saved. Alright. I now have actually 6, not me playing dumb in 6. So, something's gonna happen. The what is the question. Alright. Actually, let me check that room again just to make sure there's nothing in here real fast. How's my sanity crystal clear? Okay, so me finding that piece actually helped. Which is funny, because actually supposed to be being near the orbs actually drives people insane, but Charles is just fine. Alright. I'm gonna take this skull. Protect me, skull. Let's see here. If I'm remembering how I got here correctly, I should just be able to follow this. I should be able to take a left here in a second. Yep. I'm actually gonna put the skull down. As funny as it was to walk around with it, it's kind of annoying because I have to hold the click the whole time. Alright. Should be the bridge. Okay, this is where the bridge is, right here. Okay. No, it's not the bridge. This is the corner. I kind of have like a mental map of this place. It's not perfect. But it looks like there's effectively 2 bridges. This is one of them. And if I stick to the left, I should get back to where Agrippa was. There's blood. Now I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop. Because remember, as I said before, the game likes to do the something bad happens. Alright, back in the choir entrance. I should be safe for walking in here. You know, if something's gonna happen, it's got to be here in the nave, because they can't really control which door I went through first. So either they'd have to program a response for depending on which way I went first. I'm waiting for like the shadow just to be like, "Hey, do you remember me?" Well, something's happening.
What happened to her?
My sanity's taking a hit. I don't know if it's from the dark or what.
I see that all the orb pieces you need. I know I have no right to ask anything of you. But if you could find it in your heart to gather the ingredients for Vire's tonic before attempting to mend the orb, there might still be a chance for you to save me.
He's actually...
Please, my fate is in your hands.
I'd like to, but where would I go? I'm gonna go check the lab, because remember the laboratory? You know, actually no, I'm gonna proceed forward.
I see that all the orb pieces you need.
You know, I'm gonna go check that lab. This is the only place I could think you could possibly...
But if you could find it in your heart to gather the ingredients...
do the potion. So it's probably gonna be a cut here, unless something happens. Okay, yeah, like the lab's right here. Laboratory, nothing. All right. So there's nothing I can do about that. So we're just gonna proceed on ahead, see if something happens.
I see that all the orb pieces you need.
Yeah, because I can't assemble them here. They won't stay together. And then I have the... I know that. And then I have the bucket of tar, but I need an appropriate workspace. So I'm going to assume
I have no right to ask anything of you.
it has to be done where I found the bucket of tar.
Gather the ingredients for Vire's tonic.
Once again, I'm still waiting for that other shoe to drop. Like, I'm trying to keep myself calm. So this is the game, the next one's in Jesus Christ! I didn't even have a chance to do anything. Sleep? Well, if you insist. No, but seriously, what the hell? That's... Where am I respawning at? Oh? I wasn't killed. I think I was captured. Okay. Well, okay, where's it gonna put me, though? And how much of my stuff do I still have? I'm assuming I need health. Yeah, and I have plenty of laudanum to fix it. I've been just holding on to this stuff. Alright. So my sanity's actually good, I'm just having a hard time getting back to my feet.
You had me worried. Quite frankly, I'm not sure what to do with you. I hold no grudge against you, Daniel. We are so very much the same, you and I. Did you really drink from the amnesia mixture? It does explain so much of your behavior. You never did finish what you set out to do. You talked about redemption, how you would face the orb's shadow and save our work. And
Sorry, I got distracted.
I will grant you another chance to redeem yourself. You can wait here and stop the shadow. Thank you, friend.
Not what I want. I'm trying to leave. How do I leave? Okay, there's a broken bar right here. Can I put the bucket of tar right there? Nope, no, nope, can't move. Well, it's like giving me a hand like I can move it. Oh, there it goes. Alright, hang on. This has already gone on long enough, to be honest. I'm going to cut here. We'll find out what's going on next in the next video. Thanks for watching. Jackie, perspective down below. You found all my social media stuff, my Twitch, my Twitter, my Patreon, my Facebook. Take a look at all that stuff. Most importantly, take care of yourself. Yeah, I wish I had my heart rate up so you can see what's going on with me. So, take care.